Obviously, I don't have anything prepared. Thank you all for being here. I don't know if I've seen everybody yet who's here. Thank my team for being here. I'm thinking about what Link was saying earlier, and I think the first thing I want to say is to thank my mom and my dad for sending me to Stratford when I was 5 years old. And I went here from first grade through 12th grade, and then started coaching here in 2005. I remember I coached Tatnall. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I coached at Tatnall for 5 years before I coached here. And I remember Grady Smith saying to me, I saw him, I guess when Tatnall was playing Stratford, and I saw him, and he said, "Why are you coaching at Tatnall?" I said, "Because they asked me." And so I guess when Hunter left in 2004, and so Stratford needed a coach in 2005, so I guess Grady asked me again, and so I was thrilled to come back to Stratford and be the tennis coach. It's been an honor and an honor to coach with Lou. Where's Lou? I know I saw Lou Holmes. I think you, 2005, were helping me, or maybe I was helping you. I don't remember. You might have been the head coach and I was the assistant. And then Randy, I think maybe you may have started helping in 2005.
I did some research on that while I was getting the stuff to you, but I've been here 17 years.
17
So
years.
2 years after you started.
Randy, his daughters played here. He had 2 daughters that graduated from here, Holly and Leslie, and they were great players. And Randy helped coach while they were playing, and then after they graduated, he kept helping. And Molly, Wade, who else has helped coach? Kitty.
Fran.
Kitty helped Fran.
Well, I was waiting for
Right.
Yeah.
So Kitty and I, those wins that they talked about earlier. So back when I played, you could play singles and doubles, and that's the difference now. We used to play 6 singles and 3 doubles. So unless you had, a ton of people on your team, you couldn't field an entire team if you couldn't play both back then. And so Kitty and I were undefeated in doubles. So she's a large part of those wins.
I'm sorry, I gotta tell one story about Jamie. I know I'm a talker, but I've got to. Jamie would play basketball from about October 1st until about March 15th. And we had the same tennis coach in Atlanta, and I'd go every week, and I'd be going, okay, she's got basketball, she's got basketball, she's got basketball. I'm gonna try to improve, I'm gonna try to improve, I'm gonna try to improve. So we'd get out there around spring break for the tennis tryouts, and I think, she had hit a ball. Maybe I'm gonna do okay. So we'd get out there, and the first set, I would have lost 6-4, and I knew that was the end for me, because all of a sudden, the Jamie way was 6-0 the next time within about 8 minutes. But you know what? I would think, I'd come home and I'd say to my mother, I got 4 games. So anyway, I love Jamie, and I remember Jamie in Jackson, Mississippi, when our favorite lady, Letty, would take us, and Jamie was off the court in Jackson, Mississippi in about 15 minutes, I think, while Tracy and I were battling it out. So anyway, we had a lot of great times. I love it, Jamie.
Love you, Kitty. And, I would look at Coach Ramsey, and helping. When I had leukemia back in 2010, and he called, and he said, "How can I help?" And I said, "Well, and I was saying, because your kids went to FPD, right?"
Yep.
So this guy's called me FPD. I mean, it's the only school he's known is FPD, and he's calling, and he wants to help out here, and that just speaks to Coach Ramsey. But and I'm sure you all know, I mean, here we are, it's 2024, and he's still here, and now he's all about Stratford. And, Stratford loves you, Ramsey. I know you, and Sherry loves Stratford. titles, and you know, and I tell the kids, and I say, you know, wins are important, but the way y'all, and when I speak to y'all, I'm speaking to all the teams I've ever coached here. What y'all do off the court and how you conduct yourselves on the court. Almost every single match, I'll have a coach come up to me and just say, you know, we'll beat a team, just totally annihilate the team, and it's done with, well, I guess someone was talking about Link, you know, beating people and in a nice way, such a nice way. And you know, I preach to the kids before they go out, we're going to play someone that I know they're going to beat badly. And I really don't need to do it because they know. I mean, I'll have coaches come up to me afterwards and say, you know, how nice the team is and you know, just what respect they show, whether they're winning easily or they're losing badly, just the respect they show on the court for their opponent and for each other. I know they were a large part of that. Lee, I don't know if you remember, this is one of my favorite stories. We were at Freddie's, and we were went there with the team, and Lee and I were sitting, Lee Barron, team mom for how many years? 7 years? And we were sitting off to the side, and the kids, the entire team was there, so it's probably about 20 kids. And they ordered, and they sat down, they pushed all these tables together, moved the chairs and all that, and then they got up to leave, and you know, we saw them put the tables back where they went and clean off the tables, pushed the chairs in, and walked over to Lee and me, and thanked us, and left. And so Lee and I were sitting there, and this couple, older couple, came up to us and said, "Was that your team over there?" And you know, I think most coaches would have thought, what did they do? But you know, I was like, yeah, that's my team. That was my team. And so just want to tell you how impressed we were that nobody had their cell phone out. They were sitting there talking to each other. They got up and they put the tables and chairs back where they belong. And then they, you know, and they came over and we saw them come over and thank y'all. And leave.
Jamie Martina here. Congratulations on the Stratford Academy. You embody what a coach
Showed up on Martina again.
There's a word in the dictionary for pass it forward or play it forward. You should be next to it because you are sharing all that knowledge with so many kids. So well done, congratulations.
Thank you, bud.
So, you know, so that couple actually asked me how to get in touch with Stratford to let the head of school, it was Bob Vito at the time, to let him know what fine young men and women that he had at his school. And they actually keep in touch with me and check in with me every so often. So that, you know, for me, that's bigger than a trophy.
Yep.
Is to hear that, and you know, I know we want to get to this, and just want to say one more thing. But you know, when I was diagnosed with leukemia in 2010, and I worked here, and it was amazing to be a part of this family and the support that I got. And you know, I know everybody here knows the battle I'm fighting now, and so it's a little bit tougher battle this go around. And I just want to thank everybody for their support, their love, their prayers, and just keep them coming, because I'm going to keep fighting, and y'all just keep praying.
We love you.
I know miracles happen every day, and that's what we all need to pray for. I just want to thank my family, and I don't know how I feel about it. know, I was telling somebody the other day that this is gonna sound funny. The great thing about what I'm going through is that you know how people feel about you while you're alive. And I know I tell a lot of people I love them. And I mean it. I hope y'all know I mean it. And I tell people how I feel about them. And yeah, I want y'all to do the same. I mean, not just people who are sick, just tell people how you feel about them. Because, you know, yeah, I'm sick, but you don't know anything can happen to anybody any day. So just always tell people how you feel about them, tell them you love them. And I just feel very blessed for all of you to be here today and for all the messages that I get. And like I said, please keep praying and I'm going to keep fighting.